Ready or not, it's time for another adventure in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Today, our mission is to tackle the Moon-Gazing Gorons over in the Elden Mountains. Alright, boys and girls, strap yourselves in and let's crash this party. This quest kicks off right in the heart of Goron City. The fastest way to get there is via the Marikuguk Shrine, linked below. From the shrine, make your way down to right in front of the inn, because that's where we're going to find these two senior citizens that we're looking for. Let's go talk to Volcon and Tray and see what's going on. Immediately, they're talking about how strange it is that the rock rose just straight up vanished. But honestly, since it did, the city's been bustling again, and they've dumped all the inn work on the younger Gorons. Which means these two suddenly have way too much free time. So naturally, they start thinking about taking a vacation. Volcon wants to go somewhere that they can really see the moon. He's thinking about the place they were born. He remembers how the full moon shone on the ground there. And Tray remembers too, because apparently this was the single most memorable event of his entire life. He says it was quite a sight and agrees that going back there is a great idea. But then reality sets in. Tray's worried because with all the lava flows, the area's gotten confusing to navigate. And he doesn't remember how to get there, so he wants to follow Volcon on this one. Which would be great if Volcon remembered how to get there. Spoiler alert, he does not. So at this point, we've got two Gorons, one destination, and exactly 0 working memories between them. Which means it's time for us to step in and ask about the full moon. They do call us out for eavesdropping, but let's be honest, without us, they'd be still standing here talking in circles for 10 years from now. And that's when Tray explains that Gorons are born of the land. And he and Volcon were born in the same place, so you could say that they're rock brothers. They were born in a cave, and the full moon shone so brightly that it lit up the entire cave. Tray says that it was a mystical thing to see. He also remembers thinking that it was weird that it was the middle of the day. He was just a baby, but apparently that daytime moon really left an impression. Trauma, memory, who knows, Goron magic. The only thing Volcon remembers is that it was somewhere near Lake Verona in the Elden Canyon. And that's it. That's the whole memory. That's all we're working with. But maybe, if they could see a picture of the full moon shining on the ground, or they could just stare at their map really hard and hope that it comes back to them, then they could remember. And that activates the Moon-Gazing Gorons Side Quest. So let's take a look-see at our map. Sorry, I just have some trouble taking this one seriously. Okay, so here is Lake Verona, and then this is where the cave is, right in this area. So the fastest way I found to get there is by fast traveling to the Timawok Shrine, which I'll link below. And from there, you can just head straight down and you'll basically fall right on top of it. Alternatively, you can get there from the Foothill Stable by fast traveling to the Kissanona Shrine, also linked below. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to get to the cave from both shrines because I respect your time more than these Gorons respect their own memories. Okay, so if you're coming from the Kissanona Shrine, turn west-ish and start navigating some pretty rocky terrain. You're going to be doing a lot of climbing and just keep going until you start to see some water. And I like to climb up as high as I can here, and I found this kind of overhang rock and I was able to ascend through it, so I would go that way, and that gave me a really solid vantage point. From there, I just jumped off, activated my old buddy Tulin, got me a nice speed boost, and then just follow the water all the way to the end. It's easy, scenic, and minimal Goron confusion. Okay, so now if you're coming from the Timawok Shrine, you want to jump down toward the bistro and keep heading forward. And I pulled out Tulin again. It's not necessary. I'm just super impatient because it really did not get me very far very fast. It's kind of like the people who speed up to a red light, but you want to just keep going until you hit the cliffside. And once you reach this area where it drops down nice and smooth, that's your jump point. So now drop down and glide around the cliff face, and you'll start seeing gigantic gaping holes in the wall. That's our cave. To see what the old Gorons were talking about, look into the top hole. And shockingly, it's not the moon. But let's go into the cave anyway. Welcome to the Lake Verona Cave. To get a picture of the whole alleged moon shining into the cave, we need to change the time of day. So let's grab a wood bundle and make a campfire. Then, let's sit until noon. And there it is, a fully illuminated circle that kinda sorta in a way looks like the moon if you squint and use your imagination. Okay, so let's pull out your camera and aim it at the alleged moon. And if your Link is anything like my Link, he's deeply committed to taking selfies, so press X and go into selfie mode. Just make sure that you see that little red exclamation point that tells you that this counts. And once you're ready, snap that photo and save it to your album. And if you're unsure whether it worked, just check your album. The exclamation point will still be there, reassuring you that yes, you have successfully gaslit 2 elderly Gorons. Now, once you are all done with your photo shoot, I have an optional bonus. Down here are some breakable rocks. Toss a bomb flower or 2, head down a little hallway, and you will find a bubble frog hanging out at the end. Totally worth it. So once you've got your picture and your bubble gem, let's fast travel back to Goron City using the Merakuguk Shrine. Head back to the inn and talk to Volcon and Tray again. And when you do, they are still talking about how badly they need a vacation and want to go moon-gazing. Sir, we have been gone for 5 minutes. All right, let's skip the jibber jabber and show them the picture. Tell them, take a look at this. Immediately, Volcon says, yes, that's the place. And then Tray jumps in with a, hey, that's the spot, brother. And says, that's exactly how the cave lit up when we were baby Goron's brother. And just like that, the memory magically returns. Tray now remembers exactly how to get there, that it's on the west side of Lake Verona. I wish I had Goron magic too, because I would fix my memory with pictures. Then they thank us, and Tray admits that it was really chapping his hide not to be able to remember. I know the feeling. Volcon says it couldn't have been easy to find, but, you know, actually it kind of was. But either way, they thank us and reward us with, silver rupee. Truly worth the emotional labor. So put that in your pocket, because there is no time like the present to take that trip. And they're about to buckle down and prepare for the journey ahead in like a decade. And then Tray will be ready. Which checks out, because that's the Tray that Volcon knows. He's lightning fast. But that's okay, because Volcon himself won't be ready for at least another 15 years. I'm super glad that I rushed to get this quest done. And that completes the Moon-Gazing Gorons Side Quest. 2 Gorons, 1 memory, 0 urgency. And if you're stuck or need help with any part of this quest or any other video, feel free to reach out right here in the comments on Instagram, Facebook, or on Discord. I am always happy to help. Huge thanks to my Patreon supporters. Your support means the world. And if you'd like to join in and get some extra goodies, check out my Ko-fi or Patreon pages. And if this walkthrough helped you out, give that like button a little tap, hit subscribe for more gaming goodness, and spread the word to your fellow adventurers. Got any questions or thoughts? Drop them in the comments below. I am all ears. Until next time, this is KKJinxx, over and out.